No! I won't let you get away. I cannot hit this move. It's so hard. Oh, here we go. Destroyed. Oh my god. Disgusting. First thing I want to do, though, is if we're gonna know about how good Greedent is, we gotta look at these stats. Greedent is a physical attacker, better attacker than Mammothswan and Crustle, but still pretty low. That's fine, he's a defender. Greedent has less defense than Garchomp. I think they upped Garchomp's defense because he was just so bad, though. So, that doesn't really mean anything. Greedent has the second lowest physical defense of a defender. Second lowest in special defense. So, tied with Slowbro. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully he has a lot of HP because these stats are not looking that great. Well, he has the lowest HP of any defender. So, all in all, stats not looking very good. Yeah. So the stats hopefully don't tell the whole story. We're gonna get out of here because we've learned that Greedent stats are terrible. We are going to look at the moveset. Let's figure out what Greedent can actually do. Basic attack becomes a boosted attack with every third attack, dealing increased damage when it hits and causing one berry to drop from the user's tail. The ability. When the Pokemon eats a berry, it also recovers HP after receiving the original effects of the berry. At the same time, it stealthily stashes another berry in its tail. Being hit by a single attack or combination of attacks will cause the berry to drop from the Pokemon's tail. Okay, so I can see why this is expert. It's very obvious from the beginning. Your stats suck, so if you show up trying to fight a normal battle, you're dead. That's what's gonna happen. You're probably gonna die. However, if you manage your berries well, and you actually eat your berries, and your teammates eat the berries, then you're doing good. If you lose berries and your opponent eats the berries, you're probably making your opponent's team better, and throwing the game. First attack is probably Tackle, because you don't want to start with a defensive move. Has the user leap to the designated area, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon in the area of effect, and decreasing their movement speed for a short time. That sounds like a defender ability because you need to be able to slow down your opponent when they overextend. If this move is used while Covet is active, do we know what that is yet? No. No area can be designated for the user to leap to. Damage is done in an area to opposing Pokemon in front of it. If the user has any berries stashed in its tail at this time, it consumes all of them. Okay, so you stash the berries, and then when you tackle, you eat the berries if Covet is active. Objection! A quick post-production correction for past me. It turns out that berries are consumed whether or not Covet is active. Of course, we find this out later. The more berries the user has stashed away, the more this move's cooldown is reduced. That seems pretty nice. If you have a lot of berries, you can tackle, and then you can tackle away to get out. Let's not look at the level up moves yet. Let's just see. The other move you can get at the beginning is Defense Curl. You get a shield and a berry drops. Okay, so, alright, fine. I'm kind of confused about Tackle interacting with Covet because when do you get this? Level 5? Level 7? Okay, so you're going to be able to use the secondary ability of Tackle for 2 levels. I suppose you can make use of that, but you have to be very aware. Alright, so let's look at these first, because you get these at level 5. Stuff Cheeks. Is that an actual Pokemon move? Interesting name. Has the user drop several berries, which can be eaten to recover HP. Any HP recovered that exceeds the user's max HP will be converted to a shield effect. That's pretty good. That's why he has low health and low defense, because you can just give yourself a shield. If the user catches sight of a berry while using this move, its movement speed is increased for a short time. Catches sight of a berry is a very strange wording. I guess there's a specific range that it goes. Okay, that seems okay. Is it worth the low stats? I'm not sure yet. I have to see it actually be used. Has the user run with all its might, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits and throwing them. While running, the user drops berries from its body. The user eats a dropped berry. Its movement speed is increased for a time. The more berries the user eats, the more its movement speed is increased. In addition, Belch or Bullet Seed can also be used while the user is running. Increases damage dealt by this move. Okay. I don't know. Bullet Seed. Has the user spit berry seeds in the designated direction, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect and decreasing their movement speed for a short time. Again, you want to be able to slow down your opponent if you're a defender. The more berries the user has stashed away, the more damage this move deals. That sounds good, as long as you don't actually use the berries. Increased damage. Belch. Deals damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect and decreases their movement speed for a short time. Okay. The user has any berries stashed away in its tail. It consumes all of them. It consumes all of them. So the difference between the two moves is that Belch consumes the berries and Bullet Seed does not. That's really, really important. Objection! Another correction for my past self. It turns out that Bullet Seed does indeed consume berries, same as Belch, so they are not different in that regard. Of course, we find that out later. Again. The more berries the user had stashed away, the more this move's cooldown is reduced. I think I've seen people using this Belch attack, and it is pretty strong. Whether or not that makes up for the fact that you just consume all of your berries if you want to attack is yet to be seen. Here is a made-up move, Berry Belly Flop. All of the Unite moves are made up. Has the user eat a berry to recover HP and then leap to a designated area, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in the area of effect. Throwing them again might be okay, depends what that means. Does it throw them straight up? That'd be pretty good. The user then eats a special berry, allowing it to stash an unlimited amount of berries in its tail for a short time and resetting the cooldown of all its moves. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna try this Pokemon, and the first few matches are gonna be absolutely terrible. Okay, we got Focus Band. That's gonna increase our health when we're low. Buddy Barrier is gonna give us a barrier when we use our ults, and it's gonna give one of our teammates with the lowest health a barrier when we use our ult, which is the whole point of being a defender. You're supposed to actually help your teammates. I guess the only question is then what? I can slow down my opponents with this, but I feel like I shouldn't be focusing on attack. Square Shield or Razor Claw is probably gonna be what I go with. If you can tackle in and tackle out, the Square Shield could work. The plus 300 health is probably a huge deal here, since he can recover health. So I'm gonna go with Square Shield for now. So, this character is not actually just a defender. This character is a defender mixed with a support character, which is pretty crazy. What? Get out of here. You can heal your teammates and slow down your opponents? That's kinda crazy. I guess we'll see how good it is. Oh no. No. No! The only problem is he doesn't really have a lot of movement abilities, it seems like. So if your teammate's in danger and you're not nearby, I don't think you're gonna be able to get to him to help. Uh-oh. Am I defending? He has a shield. I can't stop it. This Bullet Seed's really hard to use. You're on fire! Oh my god. Not defense. That's not what that was. So usually with defenders, they usually have one decent movement ability, so you can sort of extend. So what we need to do here is defend Zapdos, and unfortunately we also have to defend these two goals, because here's Cinderace trying to go for a 100 score. He doesn't care about the Zapdos. Greninja's probably gonna die by himself. Don't kill me. Greninja! Okay, okay. So now they're going for the Zapdos. No one's around to stop it. Don't kill me! I'm defending. I'm defending. Oh, I did it. Kill him. Come here. No, I gave him berries. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Oh, we're attacking Zapdos for some reason? Okay, okay, that's fine, that's fine. And that means we won, basically. I'm just... Actually, I can score. Greedent is very slow. I think maybe he has that one movement ability, right? Covet? But if you don't choose that, then you have no movement abilities. I was saying that the defenders usually have a movement ability, and so you can overextend a little bit to get EXP while you're defending, but with Greedent it seems a little harder to do that. Get this Eldegoss. Get her. Come here. We got him. I don't like Covet. It's really weird. So the description said you run with all your might, which made it sound like you have a good movement ability, but in fact, let me show you what Covet does. It does this. That seems okay, unless you're moving side to side, and then it's kind of hard to control, and not very accurate. Here's berries, Lucario. I'm eating them all, though. How do I do this effectively? We got a kill. Look, Zapdos at full health. It's done. Go for the score. Please stop hitting me. I didn't do anything. Score? I can't even score while I'm doing that move. That move is not good, I think. That's my impression of that move. Get over here. Try to score?
3, 2,
no.
1. Time's up.
We didn't actually lose by that much, but that's not the moveset. Uh-oh. No! Don't let him score! Oh no. We gotta kill him for that though. This guy does look like he's been doing the most work on the other team, as far as I can tell. Oh my god, oh my god! Well, that's how you use Belch, guys. What the? He just eliminated. He's also level 10 though. I'm what, level 7? Yeah. That was disgusting. Greedent has a really strong move that I clearly don't know how to use. It's Belch, but the thing is that Greedent is not an attacker. So like, you might do a lot of damage, but is that what you're supposed to be doing? Is that the optimal thing to be doing? I guess in that case, Greedent's moveset is actually one where you decide based on your team composition, right? Because if you go into your match and you're like, man, we don't have enough damage, you can make up for that. You're just like, okay, I'm gonna use Belch and absolutely destroy whoever gets near me. We should be trying to get higher level, but I don't have the movement tools to get back to the base if I want to level up. Greninja should not be attacking Zapdos. He should be defending Zapdos. Look, berries, Greninja. Oh my god. No! Wait, I can't stop across the score, but we can kill this. Can we kill this? No, I'm gonna die. Or am I? So Crustle's ultimate, you don't want to hit him when he's using it because you just do damage back to yourself. That's is not what you want. Our Gengar is dead. That's not great. He has a 25-second cooldown. Kill Mr. Mime. Oh, he's his ult. No. This bullet seed is real hard to use. I think that's why other people don't use it and they go for the belch. Because, yeah, probably not going to hit your bullet seed. Don't let this guy score 50. That'll be a nightmare. Oh no. Guys, please. Now the best thing for me to do is try to score. This guy's going to stop me from scoring. I don't know if I can... I have score shield though. Can he stop me? Here we go. Oh, he stopped me. he stopped me real easily. That move does a lot of damage. Oh, I mixed him? What about now? He missed! He can't stop me! No! Sylveon, help me! I want to score. Oh my god. What about now? What about now?
5, 4, 3.
Oh my god, we did it. 100 points? Pro gamer.
Time's up.
Let's go! Let's go! That's how we do. What have we learned? We've learned that Greedent is a hybrid defender supporter. If my team needed a defender, I probably wouldn't choose Greedent. If my team needed a supporter, but I wasn't confident in going with the supporter for my team, I might choose Greedent. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I would have to play ranked matches to see what people are doing at Greedent, but right now my impression is that if I wanted to be a defender, I would choose like Snorlax or in my case Mamoswine. I don't have Snorlax, but I do like Mamoswine. I think that he has a lot of CC to make up for his low damage. Anyway, yeah, with Greedent, I don't know. If I want to heal, yeah, I think that's the main thing I'd be wanting to go for with him, even though he's a defender. Greedent, you can do high damage when you use your berries, but that's not really your job. Your job is supposed to be either be supporting your teammate or keeping the opponent from scoring, or keeping them from like jumping onto your team and just destroying them with their ultimate or whatever it is, you know, by using CC abilities. But Greedent doesn't really have that, and I think he might have the worst CC of all of the defenders. But like, what does Greedent do to make you stop doing the thing that you're doing? Besides damage. And you don't need to do the damage, you need to keep your opponent in place so the rest of your team can do damage. That's what's really confusing to me. So yeah, like I said, I have to see what people are doing with Greedent, but I don't really understand exactly
Ready, go!
What your goal is if you're choosing a defender that doesn't like freeze or stun the opponent. There are people who prefer it though, but look at that. I just threw him to the other side of me. How can the other move be better than that? There's no way. See, so when I'm thinking of a defender, I'm thinking of someone who can do that, who can take a Pokemon who thought they were gonna take advantage of an opportunity or just overextended for some reason, and you just take them and put them in a place they didn't want to be, and your team or you completely destroys them because they had no business doing what they were doing. They want it to be destroyed by the time the next Dreadnought shows up. You see? That guy overextended? He has to be dead. Yep. That's how you play a defender. Overextended, dead. That's defender gameplay. That's what I expect from a defender. Greedent doesn't have the tools for that. I don't know what exactly you're supposed to be doing. I guess you're supposed to be doing that. I have to learn how these gradients are doing so much damage. It's probably they've stored a lot of berries, and then they unleash a whole bunch of belches, and then completely destroys someone who, you know, tries to challenge them, because you might think, oh, I can challenge Greedent because his stats are not great. And then he just uses all of his berries to unleash a really, really strong attack. Okay, so the thing is, the conclusion I might end up coming to is that Greedent can be good, but not when I'm using it. That might be it. I think also, his ult lets him get like unlimited berries or something? Maybe you're supposed to combine that with Belch? Because then you can like use it over and over and do a lot of damage. Here's some berries. Oh no, I know how it works. The way you do it is, you gotta use Belch and Covet at the same time, because Covet throws berries out. And you can use Belch while you're using Covet. So then, as you're using Belch, you're also throwing berries out, and you have to make sure your movement allows you to pick up the berries while you're hitting your opponent? Yeah, that sounds extremely difficult. You'd have to do a lot of practice to get that working. If you can do that, I think that makes Greedent worth using. Not for the defender role, but for just doing an absurd amount of damage. That sounds like it'd be a really good strat. It's just, you have to spend the time to figure out how to actually do that well. So let's see if I can practice on this Ludicolo. So I hit Belch, and then I do this. Suddenly? Burst damage? That's what I want. Please stop hitting me. There we go. I think I almost did it. No! Hit him! He's recovering! No! Well, if my drifting skills were better, I would have got him, but I'm clearly very bad at that Pokemon.
Eyes up!
Yeah, I think that can be very good if you're really good at it, but even the very best player, while doing that Covet Belch thing, is gonna be outplayed by someone who knows what the limits of the movement of Covet is, because then they can just go to a place where it's hard for you to turn. So like, the play against Covet Belch will end up being just go directly behind him, because he can't immediately turn around. And then what? You're just like spinning around trying to hit Belch, and your opponent is like, no, I'm gonna stand behind you, and there's nothing you can do about that. And then you use two of your abilities to try to do one thing. I don't know. In a team fight, that will probably be when you can use him best. Because it's madness, right? There's just people everywhere. You hit Covet, you hit Belch, and you're probably gonna hit somebody and do a huge amount of damage. But yeah, I mean, these are all very early impressions. This is my first day even playing this character. So I guess we'll have to see. There we go. Okay, here we go. Covet. Oh, they can't stop me. Okay, interesting. I have Score Shield. Yeah, Wigglytuff doesn't do enough damage to stop that. No, don't kill me. Run. At the very least, Crustle is similar, I feel like, in that Crustle will run into the other team, do whatever he wants, he'll probably score, and then he'll run away, and there's nothing you can do to kill him when he does that, unless your entire team is there to stop it. I think Cinderace got hit with the sleep in the middle of his ult. That's that's real bad. Oh my god. Yeah, that's really good if you can land those attacks. That's ridiculous. Oh. Yeah, so when you're playing Crustle, you are not necessarily thinking a lot about defending your teammates or defending your goal, your tower. You're more so creating space because you can go wherever you want. And if a bunch of the opponents are not there to do anything about it, you're not gonna die. No one can do damage fast enough to kill you when you're, you know, wherever you feel like being. So I think in that sense, Greedent is more of that kind of defender where they're not focused exactly on CC or defending a goal necessarily. They are creating space by doing an absurd amount of damage right next to themselves. Right next to themselves. Theirselves, right next to theirselves. Because when he's using Covet and Belch, you don't want to be anywhere near him. That's just... That would be suicide. You don't want to be there. See, look, that Wigglytuff shouldn't have been there. No, my berry. And I think what that means is, even as a defender, Greedent is good at clearing out these Dreadnoughts and Zapdos and what's that other one? Rotom? No! Cinderace! This is your fault. It's not my fault for missing that Belch. Yeah, I think Greedent can be really good at stealing really important kills. And that's not necessarily what you think of when you think of Defender, but the developers have made it very clear that they don't think of the roles as being extremely limiting, because they released Blastoise, and then Blastoise was like, I'm gonna be the attacker. Like, he just does a lot of damage. Why would he care about defending? Come here! Oh my god, I missed. See, like, if I was actually good at using that move, I probably would have got that kill on the Wigglytuff. So it would have been a big mistake to overextend, which is sort of the way you're supposed to play a defender. So we're defending. We understand the assignment, which is to just make sure no one scores. Oh, see, it's so hard. If the other person knows that you're using Covet and Belch, they can just walk behind you. I don't think that there's a good way to make that work if they understand the counterplay. I think we figured out what the best thing to do with Greedent is. We just don't actually have the skill to do it right now. The Belch is crazy. That we understand. Bullet Seed, I don't think can possibly beat Belch because it doesn't do the same amount of damage, but it's kind of equally difficult to hit. Maybe that's not true, but I feel like it's equally difficult to hit, so you might as well just go with the Belch. Yeah, Bullet Seed is like, It's like Water Shuriken from Greninja, but Water Shuriken is just much better because 1, it does more damage. 2, I feel like the programming on it makes it a little easier to aim it. I don't know what they did with Bullet Seed, but it sometimes just aims in a weird direction. And then Greninja can hit Double Team and then use Water Shuriken, and then you get hit with 3 Greninjas using Water Shuriken. Then it's just going to be me saying the important stuff about Greedent, I think. Probably the initial stuff that I was saying with the theory crafting will be one of the most important. I cannot hit this move, by the way. It's so hard. Curlia, what are you doing? This is bot gameplay? Oh. Here we go. We're gonna hit Curlia with the drift. What? We're not drifting! What? What happened? Something I don't know happened. That wasn't great. Here we go. Come here! Oh my god. For me, giving impressions will always end up being like, I recommend this for this type of person. I don't recommend this for this kind of person. So it'll be something like that where I say, if you are a player who wants to be a defender who can do a lot of damage, and you are a player who is willing to put in the time to, you know, do the special technique of drifting, then I think Greedent might be, you know, the Pokemon for you, and is worth maybe putting in the time to figure out how to play him. If you're someone who doesn't want to play a defender that's really difficult to use, Greedent's definitely not for you. Believe the developers when they say that it's an expert level Pokemon, because it absolutely is. This Curlia is dead. There's no way. Come here! No, see, again, my covet stopped. I guess if you press ZR twice, it stops? Ah. Oh. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Yeah, if you're someone who doesn't want to play a Pokemon that's really hard to learn, and doesn't have a lot of good movement options, doesn't have a lot of good CC, probably don't play Greedent, because that's not what you're gonna get out of it.
Final stretch.
Here we go. I can kill this, I think. Come here! Or can I? If I miss every shot, I can't kill it. Yeah, if you want to be a drifting master with an absurd damage ability, sure. You should pick Greedent, but you have to put in the time to be good at it first.